When 4 gunmen raided the Westgate Mall on September 21st last year, 67 people died, property worth millions of shillings was destroyed, and the country went into a shock as questions were raised on Kenya's capacity to gather intelligence and respond to disasters. The capacity of the country's security agencies came to the spotlight as the low number of poorly equipped police officers portrayed a vulnerable situation. Kenya is still miles away from achieving the recommended United Nations police-to-citizen ratio of 1 officer serving 400 people. But this cannot be an excuse, according to Nyumba Kumi Task Force Chairman Joseph Kaguthi. In an all-inclusive approach, Kaguthi says will be the only remedy for dealing with cases of insecurity and especially terror attacks.
So what we are asking is, aliens who come, once they are arrested in Ruiru or in Kikuyu, Luakabete, the media is becoming gullible. The news should be, how did they enter into the country? Who are supposed to prevent it along the way and pick them? Who was at the border on the day they crossed the border? And they will tell you, we crossed this border on this one, we crossed this border on this one, we passed through here, we had a convoy of so many vehicles, because 50 is not a small thing. Or we were in this bus, it was not stopped anywhere, it was stopped there, and this is what happened.
Nairobi County Police Boss Benson Kibui agrees with him, saying police alone cannot eliminate crime. Kibui laments that most criminals are known to the public, but either they fear to report them or just want to protect them.
And that is where I am calling upon Nairobians to team up with police officers, both Kenya Police Service and the Mission Police Service, National Police Service. We will be able to cover all areas.
On his part, Kaguthi said the lifestyle of Kenyans must change, and instead they must become more vigilant as they push on with their daily undertakings.
Now, as citizens frustrate the terrorists. They will continue because they have not left us, but less frustrate. We call it hardening the victims. You got to harden it. You destroy the opportunities for that crime by you citizens being vigilant. Period on security. Everybody be vigilant. Macho yako, masikio yako, your intuition, how you can read the way it is going on. And remember, 999, that number, or 112 to report something which is this strange. And if there were toto yetu, is 116. And if it's on gender, 398.
On May 4th, at least 4 people were killed and 53 others injured in 2 bus explosions that occurred within meters of each other near the Homeland Inn on Thika Road and Thika Road Mall. Previous night, similar twin explosions went off in Mombasa at the busy Mwembe Tayari bus park and near a tourist hotel. These explosions only added to the increasing number of attacks on public places, and nearly a fortnight later, several people were killed in twin explosions at the busy Gikomba market in Nairobi. The terror accidents are evident that the country needs to take proactive measures on safety and security. Whether a reactive measure or a permanent one, public service vehicles within Nairobi are dutifully searching the passengers before they board.
Well, it's a good move, it's a good initiative, but they could do better.
They are not adequate because you see, for instance, right now there's only a guy. There's no lady who can search the ladies. Yeah, it's hard for a guy to frisk a lady. Yeah.
Unafikiri ni wajinga kuja kusachiwa? Si watapanda huko tu, wanajua hapa watasachiwa, hawataweza kukuja hapa, watapandiwa katikati, na hiyo ndio inaletea si shida.
Security expert and the chief executive officer of Warrior Security, Tony Sargent, says other than police, security guards, if well trained, can be of great use in controlling various security situations.
My belief at the moment is that the majority of security paraphernalia in this country is based around being reactive. Training in itself is a good thing, but actually what you've got to then do is you've got to then take that training and mold it to suit the particular threats that we're facing at the moment in Kenya. And a lot of that is not just about putting a body out on the street. There's got to be more than that. There's got to be awareness. There's got to be the levels of training. There's got to be profiling. There's got to be procedures and systems to tie it all together.
Sergeant noted that terrorists capitalize on security loopholes that would guarantee them success.
Any criminal or any terrorist, he tries to assure success by planning as much as possible. So the key is to interrupt the planning cycle. If you can interrupt that planning cycle, then the likelihood is that the terrorist will either curtail any further activity or will move his interest elsewhere.
He, however, points out that most Kenyan security guards lack motivation as a result of low remuneration and long working hours.
And if you look at guards, for example, guards are, in my opinion, working to a broken model, meaning that they work for 6 days a week, 12 hours a day. They often live 2 hours away from their assignment, so it's virtually impossible for a guard to be able to be effective under those sort of conditions. Secondly, the vast majority of guards that are deployed here in Kenya are actually being underpaid, so they lack motivation. And until those things are addressed, the vast numbers of guards that you see deployed all around Kenya are not really working to their best effect.
Kangathin Njoroge for Joseph Muraya, reporting for Capital TV.
Yes.